I'm currently in the park that's near my house. It's really nice in Brooklyn. I actually haven't been here for a while, I'd say, like over a week. Probably well over a week. I haven't been here for a while. Um, in the summer, I feel like I used to come every day at some point, and now I don't come as much. Also, it's November, but it's really warm outside. Like I'm in the sun right now, and I'm pretty much sweating with what I have on. Um, but I did want to get here and chat with you for a second before I go home for a bathroom trip because I do have to use the bathroom and there are no public restrooms here. So I did want to come and chat for a bit. I probably will be back at the park because it's really, really nice and I haven't been with the trees in a while and I want to be with the trees and hug a tree a bit. But I did want to come on here and chat about gratitude because that's what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling immense gratitude for everything these days, and it feels so good. And I've been trying to encourage people to feel gratitude, even through like the sucky moments when it feels pretty sucky. Um, I say even feel gratitude for the sucky moments, which I have been doing recently, and it feels really, really good to kind of make a mental note in your head, like, you know what, this is fine. This is all happening for the evolution of our souls, for the evolution of the universe, for the evolution of source. It's all about self-realization. So even when you're crying or you're angry and all this stuff, I say do what Eckhart Tolle says and be in that present moment of the sadness, of the ickiness, of the anger, and have gratitude for that moment and feel it, let the energy go, and move on. And it feels good. Recently, I've been trying to find magic in every little moment. Like right now, I just dropped back into the present and I feel so good. Um, and there's magic in what I'm doing right now. I'm communicating to a piece of technology, which is also a form of source. And hopefully, this resonates with some of you. And I'm in the park right now and I feel good. I see birds and they're beautiful, beautiful species. I'm in the sun helps us grow. Um, and just the fact that I'm here, this physical vessel, I'm source, I'm universe speaking through this physical vessel, through this ego that is Natiri. So I feel so good. I just feel so good. But yeah, I've been trying to find like magic in every moment. So like when I pour my tea, I try to drop into the present and be grateful for that and find the magic in that. Or even when I'm texting my friends or watching a TV show and I'm like, wow, somebody thought of this TV show script in their head. It was an idea and now it's come to fruition. And these artists and these actors and these writers and directors and all these different talents that Source made came together to co-create an experience and put their energy and time in so that I can watch this and millions of other people can watch this and be entertained and learn something from it and all these things. It just feels so good to show gratitude for all of that. And then I also find that because I've been doing this, I haven't been taking myself too seriously. I've been trying not to take myself too seriously with like my spiritual practices. Obviously, I'm disciplined and I do the things that make me feel good, but I find that it's a bit of an ego trap to be too serious about what you're doing and what you're subjecting your energy to and like all of this stuff. Yes, it is important, and protect yourself and put yourself first and love yourself and try to be as high vibrational as possible. But also, it's okay to watch New Girl, okay? Because that's what I've been doing recently. It's okay to listen to the Ariana Grande album because I really want to so bad, the new one. But what I feel like people who are deep in their practice and who are on that trip right now where they're really careful about their energy because they're learning how it works, and right now it's fragile. They are dancing through the realms kind of dangerously, I feel like, or at least that's what it feels like. I feel what works for me is doing things for a reward. And I've been doing that for the past couple of days. I've been finding gratitude in everything and giving myself sensory pleasures as an award, as a reward, so that I don't know, it just feels better. Like, I wake up, I do everything that I need to do in my routine, the things that we discussed yesterday in the video yesterday, but things that I know that I need to do for my practice to get me grounded, to get me centered, to drop me in the present moment. And then maybe I'll come out and I'll film a video, or I'll do something a little bit productive work-wise that, that I'm giving to the collective, something productive to the collective, because work isn't always going to a job where you feel miserable and all that stuff. It's just about being productive to the collective. How can I help to the collective? And for me nowadays, it's filming these videos, and I know for a fact that I would love to watch somebody like me if I were somebody else, but with my same consciousness in a different body. I would love videos like these, and I feel like they are going to help somebody who it resonates with. I'm doing it for a reason. The universe is speaking through me, so it's helping the collective. So, I do things like that throughout the day. I make sure that I'm keeping up with my fasting, and I'm making sure that I'm treating myself the way I need to, getting some energy out of my body, just doing something productive for myself and for the collective, which if you're doing something productive for yourself, you're doing something productive for the collective. And then I will reward myself with a couple of episodes of New Girl while I eat, or I'll eat food as a reward because that is a sensory pleasure. Or I'll read, because I count reading as a sensory pleasure. If I'm reading for learning and information, which technically you're always doing that, but if I'm like reading my astrology books, or if I'm reading something that is more non-fictional information, about my practice or about something like that, then I kind of count that as something that's helping the collective, helping myself, helping me evolve, therefore helping the consciousness evolve. However, that's not my favorite type of books to read, which we will get into that on my channel more, because this will be a channel where we discuss many of books, but they will be many of fiction books. And so I count reading fiction as a sensory pleasure. Though when I do read fiction, I do like to write down what I'm learning from it, and all that stuff. I don't make it like a habit and a hassle, like I have to do that, but I find that it does help me with my own writing and all that stuff. And I do count your creative pursuits as something that is productive. And it is rewarding and productive at the same time, which everything is rewarding. This is a super rambly chat. But yeah, I just wanted to say to find the magic in every moment, and you can reward yourself with sensory pleasures after you know that you've done what you needed to do for the day, even if it's something simple, okay? Because I find that helps me at least actually get things done. Like I said in my previous videos before, like saying that I'm proud of myself is an ego trap for me to be like, okay, I'm going to keep doing it because my ego likes to be rewarded. And so if I'm like, okay, if I do all of this for myself, I'm going to feel good, I'm going to feel in tune, I'm going to feel connected, I'm going to feel grounded, I'm going to feel proud of myself, and I get to watch 2 episodes of New Girl, yeah, it sounds great. It sounds great. And while you're going through the motions, it's really, I feel like, I don't know where I read this. It was either Eckhart Tolle, or I don't know where I read this, but or maybe I heard it on a podcast. I don't know where, but once you drop into I think it was a documentary. It was a documentary on Gaia, and it was Ram Dass's documentary. It wasn't his documentary. He wasn't the documentarist, but he was the focus of the documentary. It was about Ram Dass. It's called Becoming Nobody. But basically, he said that when he was in India, he realized that everything that you do can be considered play, and it doesn't have to be gruesome. If you drop into the present moment and you realize that you're here and now, and that you're source living through this physical vessel, and that you're just here for play. So, you're washing the dishes and you're like, oh, I gotta wash the dishes. You find gratitude in that moment and change your perspective, and you're like, you know what? I'm washing my dishes. Like, this is lit. When you're on your deathbed, like, you don't think about, obviously you may not think about washing the dishes, but what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that everything can be played depending on perspective, and that's what Ram Dass was trying to say. So when you are doing those tasks that seem a little bit like, ugh, once you drop into the present moment and find gratitude for what you're doing, it feels good. It becomes play. It doesn't become work. So you're never really working. Granted, of course, we're human. So we are going to have times where we're not feeling like this is the tea. We're going to be like, okay, I really don't feel like doing this. I don't want to do this. And there are going to be times where you do feel like you need to protect your energy and you don't need to be doing what you're doing. So just don't do it. But for those like everyday moments, I'm tying it back now. Sorry for the rambling and the going everywhere in space, but I feel like you understand me. But for those little things throughout the day where they're kind of just like everyday activities, you can find the magic in that. And you can find the magic in those activities, and you can find something to be grateful for. And it just makes the day seem so much better, and you can be so present. And it feels so good. Another thing that I wanted to chat about, just lost my train of thoughts. I literally just lost my train of thought. But I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it back. Another thing that I wanted to chat about is, let's just stream of consciousness, is being present in the moment and being fully present and trying to stay in this present moment. Like, as I was filming this video, I've gone in and out of the present moment. And I know for people who are kind of new to the journey, when I was new to the journey, I kind of didn't know what people were talking about when they were saying like everything just is and just be and like all this stuff. I didn't really realize until I read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle about the ego and about really dropping in, and when I began to really do breathwork practices, and when I really got into like my vinyasa practice, I would say last year, and I really began to see what it feels like to be deeply in the present moment, and understanding like your divinity in that moment is so important, to be present, and to, I don't know, it's just these past couple of days, like I've just been feeling so good because I feel like I've been dropping into the present moment as much as possible. I've been finding gratitude with everything. I've been doing everything with intention. And of course, I've been doing those things that make me feel good and get me grounded. And so it feels really good these days. I know this chat is so rambly. It's so rambly. And it's probably all over the place. But you know what? I'm going to upload it anyway because it's okay. This is me as I am. Yeah. One of the things, let's talk about a couple of the videos that I want to upload in the future. I do want to do a reading series where I am discussing fiction books, and my favorite genre is romance. I love romance. Of all kinds. I love like new teen fiction, teenage fiction. Honestly, that's probably like one of my favorites. I love like provocative romance, like 50 Shades of Grey, all that stuff. I like erotica. I love like, I kind of like those sci-fi romances, but I like more of those in movie form than book form. But I really love like deep romance. I love old romance, like Anna Karenina, and I've been reading a lot of, like rereading a lot of Jane Austen, like Pride and Prejudice and all those things. Emma, even though that's more of a comedy than it is a romance, but I feel like it's a romance book. Jane Austen is a romance author, in my opinion. And I wanted to get on here and do kind of like a book review, but I don't want to do a book review where I'm coming for the author and I'm looking at it structurally and all those things, because I don't believe there's one way to write a specific genre and how to captivate an audience and blah blah blah, because Source speaks through all of these talented writers and authors, and there are many different ways you can write. So I don't want to do that. What I want to do is take away all of the lessons that I've learned through the characters and the plot and the experience of the books and novels and short stories and all the works of art and poetry and all that, and how we can learn from the characters spiritually, what I got from it spiritually, and all those things. So kind of have like a little fun little series about literature and poetry and books and all that stuff, because that's what I like to do. And then even maybe go over my own works and where I was in my headspace in my own works. And maybe we can dive into like maybe what the author was thinking and feeling, and maybe where their headspace was, and kind of discuss things on more of like a spiritual level, because yeah, it'll be fun. And I feel like some people will appreciate it. Maybe not all, but some people will, and it will resonate with certain people. So yeah. I also wanted to really kind of dive in and like share my experience with how I've been, maybe make videos about like my spiritual evolution, maybe make videos about having a relationship with two conscious people, just many things, because I know, like, it's like what the 1975 says, whenever they get questions asked about like if you could be stuck on an island with only one artist to listen to, who would you listen to? And they're like, myself. Because, you know, they express that they make music that they've always wanted to hear. And I feel like with me, at least with creation of content and co-creating experience through the medium of YouTube and social media, I find people that I resonate with and I connect to deeply. But through my experience, I wanted a YouTuber like myself, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I know this was completely all over the place, and I've been looking up pretty much the whole time because I'm trying to focus in my head and trying to get the ideas out of my head. But I did want to come on here and chat with you guys just for a bit, just for a quick rambly chat to get all of this energy that's clogged up in my throat chakra, get it out, and to post a video today. And basically, what I wanted you to get out of this is to find the magic in every moment. Is that a bug on my phone? It's a bug on my phone. To find the magic in every moment, to find where you can have gratitude in every moment, even if it doesn't feel good. Be present in every single moment. It will make life so much better. And I feel like, how come every time I film there's an emergency? But I feel like that's what's been making my days feel so good, even when I'm not. Even when my wave of vibration is on the lower side, I feel so good when I'm just present in that moment. And it makes me not take myself too seriously. And I remember that I am just God. And it feels good. So yeah, thank you for being just the way you are. Thank you so much. Love yourself so much. When you love yourself, you love everything around you, and the world changes around you, and you create such a beautiful reality. So thank you for being just the way you are. Please drop into the present moment, and please love yourself. Thank you. And have a great day, guys. It's beautiful these days because the paradigm is shifting and the energy of the planet is shifting, and it's going to be a very nice, hot, tropical planet. I'm so excited for it. Yeah, enjoy yourself, guys. Love yourself.